Hi, everyone. I'm going to cry already.
Oh no. Shit.
Welcome to Duffy Women. I am Shelley, Duffy Alexander. My beautiful daughter
Duffy
Alex is in
Alexander.
Chicago with her husband Steve. My other beautiful daughter Sarah Ann is here in Pittsburgh with me with her three beautiful children, Evelyn, Ivy, and Max, and her two cats. And Alex has a dog and a cat, and that's who we are. But anyway, if you've never watched or never seen us before, we are just a mom and two daughters who like to talk about things that are, a lot of mom and daughters don't talk about. And sometimes we resolve things on the air. Sometimes we laugh, and sometimes we make fun of each other, and sometimes we deal with real life situations. Ooh,
Do you want me to
wanted
take
to
over?
say happy Mother's Day, first of all, to all moms out there. Sarah Ann, happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's
Um, we do want to remind you that you can watch us, which is usually the most entertaining, on YouTube, or you can listen to us on anywhere you get your podcast. So make sure you do that. Please subscribe and watch us, and tell your friends and like it, and all that good stuff that goes with a podcast. So we appreciate you watching and appreciate you being here. We have not been here for a couple of weeks, well, actually a month or so. Alex was away on vacation. And then my mom, who had been battling cancer for about a year and a half, uh, actually, it's so weird because her numbers were good, her PET scans were pretty good. And she had to go into the hospital, and she was having severe back pain. The poor woman. We were like, "Mama, you're just laying around. Maybe you need to get up and go walk around." And you know, we were telling her all these things, and what turned out to be she had fractures all through her spine. And so she ended up having to go into the hospital, and they simply put cement in. It was from osteoporosis, nothing to do with the cancer. And her back started to feel wonderful. She still had some pain from cancer. She always had pain in her stomach for whatever reason. But anyway, so when she went through this whole procedure, she wasn't strong enough to go home by herself. So she ended up going to live with my sister, who had offered many times to take her in full time. And just so she wasn't alone, just so she had somebody there at all times. And strangely, within just a couple of days, she said, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this. I can't go home. I'll never be able to go home again. And I think it was at that point that she realized that the life that she knew, her little life, and my mom was such a creature of habit and routine. And she was, my mom was a little insecure. So that was her security. That was her place because my dad and sister had passed away, but that was her little home and her little safe haven. And I think we all feel that way about our homes. But knowing that she was not going to be able to go back to that, she decided to go into hospice. And I don't think her body was ready. I think her mind was ready, but I don't
hmm
think her body was, because she was doing pretty well. Her heart was strong, again, she was undergoing chemo treatments and taking medicine and that type of thing. But her doctor, while she was in the hospital for that procedure, came in, her oncologist, and said, "Hey, numbers look good. Let's get you back and, get you up and moving around, and we'll get you into a rehab program." And but that was not to be. She just was just too tired. And so they told us to gather the family. And so everybody did. Alex flew in. It was a Wednesday. And we all went up and we said our goodbyes. They told us she was declining quickly. And in true Sal Hoyan style, it took her 3 weeks. So we kind of, in a way, it was kind of a joke, because we just knew that she was going to fight until the very end. And so Alex stayed for, I don't know what, 10 days, and then you had to go back. I mean, you had things, you're leaving on a trip here this coming week. So you had to get back. We all kind of had to get back to life. I cannot thank my treasure hunt family and my boss, Caitlin, enough. I just can't, because she allowed me to have that time with my mom. I got to say everything I wanted to say. We all got to say goodbye. We told her every day just how beautiful she was and how much she was loved. And I don't think she, sadly, I don't think she realized that her entire life. And at the end, though, she did. She said that she was so sad she didn't realize it sooner. And we let her know how, even though she was quirky and unique,
Quirky.
people, this is how people described her:
I know.
quirky, unique,
That's
a
the word.
character, all of those things. That was my mom, and we all knew that. But I learned a lot in the past 3 years after my sister and my dad passed away, and I got to know her a lot better. I got to have a much better relationship, and not that it was bad. I was always there. I loved them. I loved my parents. It wasn't even that. It's just she was a complicated person, and as we all knew, but I was able to meet her where she was instead of trying to change things or try to make it about me or what I wanted, or so that changed everything. And we had wonderful times going to Walmart. I only need a few things, Shelley. Meanwhile, a whole full cart later, and I would get her little rollator in, and so she could walk, and I would make sure she had her canes, and we would go play her numbers. We would go grocery shopping. We'd go, if she had something she was going to go do, like a wedding or a birthday party, she wanted to get a new top, we would go do that. And we went to lunch, and we spent a lot of wonderful times together. So for that, I am so grateful. But we were kind of joking because she went 17, I think it was 17 days without food or water.
Yeah.
She really not quite that long without water, but she did start to choke on it, so we couldn't give it to her anymore except on a sponge. And I would go up every day to help my sister and also to see my mom because she was still here, and I'd hold her hand and stroke her arm, and I would just tell her everything that I felt and talk to her about everything. And then in the last week, of course, last week or so, she wasn't responsive. And I will tell you this: while it was so wonderful to be able to tell her all the things that we wanted to and to tell her it was okay to go, and I've been so incredibly blessed because I could do that with my dad, and I was able to do it with my sister and also now my mom. But that last week and a half, to watch someone you love suffer and literally deteriorate before your eyes. And I know so many people out there know this feeling. It is the most brutal, difficult thing I've ever been through. My sister went very quickly after she went into hospice. It was hours. My dad, when he went into hospice, passed away the next morning. But to watch someone just, and again, I don't think her body was ready. I think her
Yeah.
mind was. So I think her body was just taking a lot longer to shut down the way you do at death or when you're going through this. So, I mean, but it was kind of funny. Like the nurses were like, I can't believe she's still here. Like, I honestly can't. I don't know how she's living. And my sister told us a story where she gets people when they're passing, they're in between, I think. And so she was a little bit delusional, and she was hallucinating. But at one point she said to my sister, oh my god, I'm in heaven, I'm in heaven. And then like a few minutes later she said, oh, I'm back. And my sister said, you can go back to heaven, Mom. It's
She
okay.
didn't send you back?
Go back, go back, go back. And I think it was a week and a half later. It's still,
A week
again,
and a half later.
we would all text each other, like we were all in limbo, and that's a
Yeah.
horrible place to be as well, because you just know that it's coming. You have to deal with that, and so it's so many phases and so many emotions, but you're kind of in this limbo. You don't want to wish her gone. You don't. But you see this person that raised you, that loved you, suffering. And you just pray for mercy and just pray that, it's going to be time so that she's not suffering anymore and that she can be with my dad and my sister. And I wanted to be there. It's weird to say that, but I wanted to be there. And, I would sit there and watch her breathing, and I'd be like, is this the last one? Is this, but fortunately, she was with my sister and my wonderful brother-in-law, Brian. my sister, the nurse had come out and they knew that they took her off oxygen because it wasn't doing her any good. She was breathing out of her mouth. She wasn't breathing through the oxygen anyway. And sure enough, her oxygen just dropped. And my sister texted me. She said, "Hey, mom's going to pass." And I wasn't actually going to head up that day because my brother was going to be there, but I went up anyway. But she was there and she called her husband and Brian came home. So my brother-in-law and my sister were able to hold her hands along with the nurse. And of course she took one big deep breath and let it go. And the nurse said, "I think that was it. I think that she has passed." And then another breath. But then I
So
think
on brand for
Just
Sal.
joking. Just joking.
I'm not ready yet. But
Just
then
kidding.
the next one was my sister said she's passed. And so that was a really, really difficult. And then my first birthday, my mom always called me at the time I was born, and it was always very early morning. So sometimes I heard it, sometimes I didn't, sometimes I picked up, sometimes I didn't, but there were messages, and I actually picked up last year, so I don't have a message. So I listened to the one from 2 years ago, but she always, her and my dad, and then just her, they would always call us, all of us kids, at our birthday time, at our birth time. So, of course, there was no birthday call this year. And then this is my first Mother's Day without her. So I'm going to go to the cemetery because she would have done that. People don't really go to cemeteries anymore. They don't kind of do that thing, but she would have done it and always did it for my dad and my sister. So I'm going to take her purple and yellow flowers, which she loved, and I'm going
Yeah.
to put some olives there because she loved her dirty martinis. I had more people say to me, I wanted a dirty martini because we
Well,
had put
no, she likes
several.
straight up martinis.
I
No, no.
know, but she loves olives. She always
Yeah, but
had her
it's not
olives.
yeah, but that's not a dirty martini.
Oh,
She
I'm
likes
sorry.
her
No,
straight,
she loved her dirty. Yeah.
straight up.
We loved the dirty
We
because
love
we
the
couldn't
dirty.
do the straight up, but she
Yeah,
did.
she just wants straight vodka.
You're right.
That's the
So
joke.
yeah. So, but anyway, so many people were like, "Oh my God, I got to try a martini." And most people were like, "I have to do the dirty. I can't do the straight up." So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm going to take some olives because she loved her olives and
Three.
in
Has
the
to be three.
martinis. So, that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to see my daughter and my grandkids and have dinner and try to enjoy. It's been such an emotional roller coaster. I mean, her death. I debated about going away for my birthday because we had planned this. And of course, Paul didn't get like travel insurance or anything. So, like, we had a non refundable trip to Bedford Springs. So, which we do for our birthdays. We always go away for each of our birthdays. And so many people said to me, "You got to go, go and enjoy, try to check out a little bit if you can." And it was actually a wonderful weekend. It was beautiful. There were moms and daughters there, though, because they were doing getaway weekends as well for Mother's Day, the weekend prior. So that was a little tough, but Paul made it amazing as he always does. And we had a wonderful time. And then, we had the funeral, which was also like a whole other emotional thing. And then, now Mother's Day, but I had my wonderful anniversary with Paul. So we celebrated that. And so, it's just going to be a lot of firsts. And moms are different, man. They're just different. I kept thinking, like, who's going to make Christmas and all the holidays so special? And it was tough for her these past couple of years. She didn't get a chance to do that as well as she would have wanted to. But even so, like, I had to go to the house, which is a whole other thing because we have to clean that out and say goodbye to that, which I can't even think about it. But anyway, when I went up, I had to get some pictures to put on the altar next to her urn. And I walked in and she had had all this Easter candy and Easter cards. And, she had decorated for, even though she was dying and she couldn't see and she couldn't get around, but that was her. She was always thinking of people and sending cards and sending a little dollar in every card. And she was something. She really was. She made everything so special and she was one of the best cooks I've ever known. Like, I'm so bummed I'll not have her pierogies anymore because she made the best pierogies. And just
Yeah.
these past couple years have been really special to me and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the time I had with her. Again, as with all mother-daughter relationships, not always easy, but it was worth it. And like I said, getting to know her a little better and what made her tick these past couple of years was really, really priceless. And so I'm just so grateful. But I love you, Mom, wherever you are. I know you're with Becky and Dad, but I miss you. So that's our story, and that's why we haven't been here for a while. But I thank you girls for your support and everybody. Oh my God, people have been. That makes me cry in and of itself. My work family, my friends, my family, everybody has just been amazing. I cannot even begin to thank you all enough. So, we all go through this, or most people do. But it's,
Well, that's the one
it's,
thing that connects all of us,
it
unfortunately.
is. It's,
Everyone
yeah,
experiences it in some
yeah,
form. So
yeah,
um, I
yeah.
think that is, you can relate no matter who you are.
Yeah, exactly. We've all been there in some form, like you said, or another. It doesn't matter. She had a difficult life. They never had any money. She had to, my sister had leukemia when she was 7. She had a relapse when she was 14. I came across some things that were devastating, like pictures of Becky when she was going through what she did, and she had shingles at one point, and just things that you don't even realize what's going on behind the scenes. I had just gotten married. I was in Minneapolis the last time she got sick, but that's a lot of trauma. And then she lost her in the end. I mean, she lived, thank God, she lived, 51 years. It just, yeah, it was tough for her. So that makes, I think I grieve too. I think I grieve a lot for what she didn't have, or what she didn't do, or what she chose not to do, or, I grieve for that because I wish she would have lived a little. She never really, especially later in life, she just didn't. She would come into my house, at a party or whatever. She'd be like, "We're not staying. We're not staying. We're going." I'm like, "Okay, we'll try to stay for a little and have some fun." But sometimes I grieve for that, for what she didn't do, or what she wasn't able to do, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, I know you both loved her and you had great memories of Mom. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm glad you had a relationship with her. It was different than mine, and that's the way it should be. Your grandkids are different, and that's a whole different ball game. But you got to have that special time with her, so I'm very grateful for that. So that's
Yeah.
that. Any memories or anything you want to add, or just you went through it. I mean, it was a long process for you too. You lost your grandma, so.
Yeah.
Well, I just keep thinking about um like this is so silly, but like the food, like I'm not gonna like it's I don't know why it didn't like dawn on me that like I
Yeah.
no
I
one's gonna
shared that.
make.
That was like the first thing she texted me
Yeah,
after grandma died. She was like, I can't process that I'm never going to have her stuffing again. And it's so true.
Oh my God, her stuffing. I
But
forgot it. Oh, I saved some. She
good.
made me a bunch
You
this
need
year
to
and I
like
saved
figure out
some.
you need
how
to
she
pick it
made it.
apart.
Yeah,
Oh, she made, honest to God, I've never, I mean,
yeah,
I've tasted some that were
No, hers was
close,
literally top tier.
yeah,
but hers was
yeah,
unbelievable. It was just so good. Oh God, I forgot about the stuffing. I forgot
yeah,
about
yeah.
Sorry.
the
Just sorry.
Thanksgivings, and
Way
yeah,
to
that's
go, Sarah.
okay.
But
You
like
said it.
her
You
her
brought it up.
pierogies and like her halupki and her
Yeah.
stuffing and all the cookies. It didn't hit me until like
Oh, the
2 days
cookies.
ago. The cookies, like I was like, wait a minute, no one's gonna make all of those cookies
Mm-mm.
ever. Like no, and like there's
Mm-mm.
not gonna be any cookies. And I
No.
mean, she would just the entire porch that was her
Oh, well, she
freezer
made them.
during the winter was covered
Oh,
in
I mean, it was
cookies.
like you would think that she was making them for a wedding. I mean,
Yeah,
truly, it was
every
that there
year.
were that many. But she would make everybody's, that
Yeah,
who whatever they loved. She would
yeah,
make mine. She would make,
Yeah.
She
She
even
would make
still made
dads.
your dads, even
Yeah.
after we were not together anymore. She
Yeah.
would still make some for dad and Michelle and, for
Yeah.
Paul and for all the kids, all the grand, that's what she would do. And there would just be, and I felt bad because in the last few years there, a lot of people aren't eating, sweets, or they're trying to watch their weight or whatever. And she would make all this and then end up freezing a lot. But even in the end, man, she
She
still
still did
did
it.
all that.
Yeah.
She still did it. Even she would make breads. Her
Yeah.
breads. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She would make loaves of bread that were like strawberry bread and pistachio and zucchini
Oh,
and
her
almond
pistachio bread
strings.
was my
They
favorite.
were
We're
so
gonna
the
find the rest.
lemon that
Yeah.
she made.
The recipe book exists, so we
I
need
know
to
we
keep
have to
it.
find it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to be going through their house. Saying goodbye to
Yeah.
my childhood home is a whole other level of
Yeah.
sadness that I'm not going to deal with it just yet. We're not going to deal with it just yet. But my sister and I have both been back since, and we just kind of lose it, when you walk in because you see, like Sarah, you did this beautiful TikTok. Oh my God, go to Sarah's TikTok and watch it because it literally sums up life. And basically, it was pictures of Sarah when she was young, and we would be in the kitchen with, my mom. That would be the first slide. And then the second one was no one was in the kitchen anymore. And then in the living room, opening gifts or doing whatever. And then no one was in the living room anymore. Down in the family room, it was the most beautiful, but that's life. You're here and then you're not. We're not here to stay. No one is. And it happens and it's time. It becomes time for everybody. So it was just a beautiful tribute. It truly was. So okay, so we need to talk about my funeral, because
Yep, let's do that.
I
You know
want you
what?
to
Well, this is
know.
That
what she did. She literally, I'm in the car with mom, like
that'll set the
literally
mood.
on her birthday. It was literally on her birthday, which we did. I was there for your birthday,
Yes,
and I
which
was
we
so
never get to do.
grateful. I never, yeah, I took the day off and we spent the day together.
Oh, my
And
God.
so she calls Sarah. She doesn't like tell me why she's calling Sarah. So she calls Sarah and she puts her on speakerphone. She was like, okay, I think it's important that we talk about this right now. Um, I want XYZ for my funeral. And Sarah and I were just like, could we like wait a month? Like, could you just chill for like
Give
a
us
hot
some
second?
time.
But please tell
So,
everybody what you want for your funeral because it's hysterical.
well, first of all, I want a celebration of life.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to be cremated. It just nowadays it just doesn't make sense and it's silly to have and spend all that money. And so everybody is pretty much doing, cremation for the most part. But anyway, so that's what I want. But I do want Little Boo Thing playing at my funeral because it just made me happy. I always had these videos with that playing in the background.
Of
And
dogs.
the dogs. It was always about dogs. That song, oh, I have it in my head because it just makes me happy because the dogs are happy. And that was always the song playing. So,
Now, do
yeah,
you want it to be the processional that we
yes, that's
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't think so.
So,
I don't think the priest will let that happen,
I don't
but
think we're
okay.
gonna do
well, I
that.
don't know that I'm going to have a service. That's what I'm saying. I want
Oh,
a celebration of life.
Yeah,
Like,
let's just have a
oh,
party. Let's just have a
yeah, that's
party.
what I mean. That's what a
And
celebration of life is. I've
yeah.
had an amazing life. I have been, I, ca- I've been
Can you say
blessed.
I have? Can you stop saying I had as if it's past tense? It's
I said
really
I've
good.
had, meaning that's the
Oh,
past.
I
So
understand.
far. It's
I
so far I've had an amazing life. I plan to have
so far. Okay, at
at
least
thank
least
qualify
you.
it
20
that
more
way.
years of an amazing life. I do plan
Oh
to.
my
That's what
God.
I'm manifesting. Put in a good word up there, Mom.
Let's do 30. How
Let's do
about it?
30. Yeah.
Let's do 30.
So I do plan to
94
continue
sounds
on.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We have
I don't know
good,
about that.
we have good genes.
Yeah.
But so
My
yeah, I
grandma and
just
grandpa both died at 86.
yeah,
Like
that is
they
yeah.
both died. They lived the exact amount of years.
Hmm.
Like the same year, like the same amount of
Yeah.
time.
Yep. Yep.
I noticed that whenever I was looking at their
Oh,
clock.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Yeah, that's yeah,
Like
it's
down to the month.
I'll never sadly I guess it's not sad, but just, the images, I wake up sometimes and think about the images of my mom in these last couple of weeks. And
That'll fit. That part will fade, I feel
I
like.
think so too.
I
And,
think people
my
focus
sister
more
giving
on.
her medicine and us having to change her and clean her and,
But
just,
that's a part of life
and
too.
that
That's
is,
a
yeah,
beautiful, that's
yeah.
a
And
beautiful
we
way
were
to.
so honored to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, thank God she wasn't in a home or someplace. You know what I mean? Like, we were
Well,
all
at least she
there for her.
also like so many people unfortunately have to deal with their like relatives aging and not remembering them
Hmm,
or
hmm, hmm.
being
Yep.
sick for a very long period of time. Like, she
Mhm.
was
Or suddenly they lose,
still, yeah,
I have so many friends and people I know who've lost their parents or spouses, whatever it is, suddenly. You
yeah.
don't, that's why you have to live and be good and kind and love each other because I don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
So that's why these things are cliche for a
Well, at
reason.
least you told us that you
Yeah.
want Love the Thing
Love
because
both thing. I do. I love that song, man. I do. I love it. And I think of dogs and I think of happiness and
can you
that's
imagine
and
trying
I
to play Love
dance.
the Thing in 30
I
years.
dance to it every time I hear it when I see it with dogs. I do. Speaking of dogs, I want y'all, you can't see it because it's backwards.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I
I can't believe you're wearing
I'm
that.
so embarrassed. I'm so
Same.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
I'm
it says,
literally
Happy Mother's Day to the world's best dog mom. I woof you, Murphy. Yeah. Paul got
Oh,
that for me for Mother's Day. So why is that so terrible? I love it. I absolutely love it. It's from
no,
my baby.
you
It's
and
from my baby.
oh, and we're not her babies.
No,
I
you're not my baby. There's you, there's her, and then my baby, my little baby. He's my
The
last.
dog.
Yeah, the
My
dog.
last.
ew.
I love
That's
him.
hilarious.
He is. I look at him and I think, oh, he's our baby together.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's it. Yeah, I think we
Anything
need
else you
to.
want in your celebration of life?
Um, I know that there will be many, many, many stories making fun of me. I know
No,
that for a fact.
we do that to your
Sarah
face.
will be there,
And you
so
do
there
that
will
while I'm
definitely,
alive.
yeah.
So, but
Yeah, we do
Sarah
that to your
has like
face.
a whole list of things that I've auto corrected that were bad. Uh, and I'm sure you'll talk about that. I'm sure you'll talk about the fact that no matter what drink I had with a straw, I could never find the straw. And
Nope.
I was always like searching around. I'm sure there will be many things that
It's
you
hard for you to find straws.
It is.
said I don't know why.
I don't know.
But no, I think that's what I want and you know, just laugh and celebrate because I know I did.
We'll do a
And
lot of that.
again, I have a wonderful life, so I want that to be celebrated. I want you guys to celebrate that.
We shall. It's
Okay.
going to be us in charge, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I have to redo my will. Yeah, we have to redo our wills. So I'll
Why?
say because we have a house together now. Before I didn't have that. I
Uh,
had just a house of my own. So if I sold it, it was supposed to be split up. So,
okay.
but now we have to
We'll
redo it.
be split between all five of us then.
Yes, yes. If yeah, I mean, provided we live long enough and there's some profit to be made. But yes, yes. But of course I'm going to take care of this place as well.
Obviously.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so that's our story. That's why we've been gone for a little while. Again, thank
What do you want at your
you.
funeral?
Yeah, what do you want?
So I've only been able to think about the outfits so far. And okay,
Why does
so
that not surprise me?
it's
Well, wait,
important.
so you're going to be laid out in a casket?
Okay, so here's my thing. I haven't researched this fully, so I don't know how expensive this is. But number one, I want to be made into diamonds if I can, if that's not too crazy expensive. Yeah, I can be a lab grown diamond. And then I want to like gift rings and like, I don't know. I don't know how much body you need to
Hey,
make one
sweetie,
diamond.
here's
Don't
my
know how much
dead
body.
great grandma.
Yeah, no,
Here's
like
my dead
legit.
great grandma in a diamond.
Why wouldn't I want to live forever as like reflecting light and beautiful? I mean, let's go.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, but I have to
Yeah.
research that. I don't know I don't know. So, like, if it's too
That
much, probably not.
is hysterical. Hey, wait a minute. So
But
what do we do with my urn? Like, are you guys going to split it and keep it in your houses? Like, split the ashes?
I would
Or
love
are
to
you
keep
going to
you in
take
my
them and
house.
like maybe scatter them
I
like in
think
the
we'll do
ocean?
a little bit of everything. I think
Okay. Okay.
I want to
Like
probably.
I
keep
would
I
like a
want to
little
keep
bit of it to
yours.
be scattered at the beach because oh my God, that's my happy. That
Love
was
the
my
beach.
mom's happy place too, and my
Yeah.
dad's. Like we all love the beach, but like that would be nice. And then I want to be in your house, and I want to be in your house.
I'm gonna keep you for sure in part of an urn. Like
In
love
Yeah.
that
something
person.
pretty. Something
Me
pretty.
Yeah,
too.
obviously.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
But then my diamonds will be right next to it, and
Okay.
then we'll
Yes.
just
Yes.
force every child after us to like. It's
Okay.
fine. I don't care.
Okay.
And then, but I do want a wake before, and I want the wake to have like a nice outfit, but I obviously don't want to burn the clothes. So like take all my clothes, and I want to make sure that all
Line
of
them
my,
up.
yeah. And then like I want all of my family to be able to go in and like take what they want, like purses, clothes wise. And then I want to donate everything to Goodwill because
Oh,
I've been
okay. Because you
thrifting
have
my whole
beautiful
life
things. Yeah. Yeah. That's
and I
beautiful.
want to like give back. So like I've really only thought about it through the diamond and clothes lens, but
Sounds
that's
pretty extensive, though. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that sounds pretty extensive that
that's
you
what I
thought.
want.
Yeah. And
That's
Sarah, I'm not going to
it.
ask you because I know you get great anxiety when you think about it. So,
Oh, you don't
Yeah,
want to
this
know.
whole show hasn't been really great. This whole actual month and
so
a half has been really terrible for my
yeah,
okay,
your
so I have
anxiety.
I have like for the people that don't know, my close everyone who is close to me knows this, but I have like really bad death and death OCD, like to the point where I like
Medical OCD too.
it's like
Yeah.
medical level, like OCD to like
Which we're going to talk about. That's going to be a whole show.
yeah.
That
She's been to the
So
hospital
I
a
don't
lot.
understand it, but yeah. Okay.
I spiral like very much, and it's been really bad lately. So talking even just like
Yeah.
I get triggered by like the easiest, like tiniest little things. So I literally went back to my doctor like 2 weeks ago and I was like, I need to go back on medication because uh, um I'm not capable of like doing this by my like on my own right now. Like I can't, I'm not sleeping, like I'm having a hard time falling asleep. Like it consumes my thoughts. Like it's just it's bad. So
Well,
anyway,
good.
been
I'm glad
struggling with that.
doing something to help yourself and get through that. I
Oh
really
yeah,
am.
it'll
And
be
I think
fine.
that's so important. So,
Time
yeah.
will help too. But anyway,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
I can talk about it. I've thought about it extensively as well. Not not in succession though. Like I think about it and then I panic and then I stop thinking about it and then I think about it and then I panic and then I stop thinking about it. Um, so basically, I mean, I've told you guys this before. I just want to party. Like I just want people to have a really I want people to be like, that was the best, one of the best nights of my life, even though one of my favorite people on earth died. I just want it to be like, I want everyone to get
Yep.
together. I
Yep.
want everyone to eat. I want everyone to drink. I want everyone to take a shot in my honor. Unless you don't drink, then obviously that's fine. I respect that. But take a shot of water or something, but you have to participate in the act. I want someone to cheers whoever it may be, probably my children, you know,
Yeah.
making a speech about me and then, roasting me as well, because you guys refused to give me a roast for my birthday. Um,
Absolutely not.
No, we
Maybe
had a show
afterwards.
about what annoys us and we had a
Maybe.
blow up. We're not doing any
Yeah, exactly,
roasting.
Sarah.
We're
Are
not
you
doing
kidding
any
me?
roasting.
Yeah,
We were off for a week because of that.
yeah.
No,
Don't
we're
even
not doing
start.
any roasting. At least
no,
while you're
I
alive.
Exactly why we didn't do it.
no, I think once I start taking my Prozac, I think a roast would be a great idea for a birthday gift. I think we need to.
No.
Okay, I'm just saying. All right,
Once
well,
you're
when I
dead,
die, you
then
have
yes.
to honor that wish.
I
So,
think so. Once you're dead, we can do it.
well, you
Except
guys,
I probably won't be there. So,
so someone has to do it. My kids will gladly do it. I
oh,
know
I'm sure Evelyn will lead the
Yeah.
charge.
they'll love to do that. So yeah,
Okay.
that's really
Okay.
it.
I like
Wait,
that.
but you
That's kind of
also
what I want. I want to be
you
in your lives. I still want to be, yeah, I like that. I want you to celebrate what
you
my life was. So
you
I love
also
that.
said you don't want people to wear black. You want people to
I
wear
don't want people to wear
colors.
black.
And,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't want anyone wearing black. I want everyone to wear the outfit that makes them feel
yeah.
good and happy. And
I like that. I like
I
that.
don't care about that at all. I don't want people to be sad. It's definitely not going to be like a church service. I just want, like you said, I want people. I'll probably be cremated as well. But I do think that I want like a space to be buried at, just because like
Yeah, I
or
don't
just
know. What
even
do we
like
do?
or just even like burying some of my ashes somewhere, just to have like a space. Like I really like the fact that we can go up to see grandma
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and there's like a dedicated space for them with their names on it. Like I do think I want, like a memorial somewhere. I don't know where, just with my
Should
name
we
on
do
it.
a whole plot with all of us?
Where
Or
am
like
I going to go, you guys? I don't live there anymore.
it doesn't matter. You can still be buried here.
I'd still be
Yeah, but
buried.
then I'm gonna maybe have kids one day, and I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I've thought about that. It's weird to think
Yeah,
about
because
for
like
me.
grandma and Aunt Becky and grandpa are all buried together, and then it's like, well, what about you? What about you and your sister and your brother? Like,
They didn't
Yeah.
care.
Well, obviously,
Yeah, I
you
know.
knew
I
Becky
mean,
was the fave.
you know,
I mean, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I've thought about that. I
that's
wrestle
weird.
with
Like
that.
I would feel weird not being buried with my kid. Like that's weird. Like thinking about my kids getting older and like not be like it
But
there's no right answer. I mean, there's no
they're gonna
there
have their lives though, and
yeah,
their
and that's what I'm saying.
spouses
I think
and
I just want like a spot where whoever can go
Mhm.
and
We'll make you
reflect.
into a nice bench on a park somewhere.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that
a
would be
great idea.
beautiful. That would be lovely. Oh my God, what a
Wait,
brilliant
so
idea.
speaking about the
Brilliant.
diamonds, did you know that you could, which is what I was also thinking about, you can be like made into like, not soil, I guess, but like yeah, like you can be
Yeah,
planted with like, and like a
under a
Yes,
tree.
tree,
there's a whole
a
place.
tree.
There's a place here in Pittsburgh, and my friend Mary actually told there is a place where you
Yeah,
go and you just become
a
like
tree.
it's totally natural. Like I forget. Oh, I have to look into it more. But yes, yes,
Yeah,
there is a place that here in Pittsburgh that does that.
yeah.
And
That's what I would want. What
yeah,
a
they just kind
diamond
of
or
put you
a
in the
tree?
ground and like you just go back to ashes, dust.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird, but yeah. You know
Okay.
what's funny though, you guys? Not to make it more about me, but I actually think I do want like a Catholic service at the end because
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
confirmed and all that I'm allowed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I like the like gaudiness of it. So that's yeah.
Oh, well, you like the tradition, the ritual. Like, I
Yeah.
get that. I think about that's what I'm saying. I
Even
think
though I'm
about
like
that
super
too.
spiritual and not like
Yeah.
Catholic anymore, but like it's
Yeah.
all rooted in the same thing.
Yeah.
So like
Same thing.
I was
Yeah.
born
Yeah.
that way and I might as well.
Yeah.
You
Go out that
can
way.
go through a church that like
Yeah.
is,
Like a
more
non-denominational, right?
spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
like
no, I think I'd need it to be Catholic because I like
Catholic.
all the stained
Okay.
glass windows and
You
stuff.
want all the pomp and circumstance. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
she's
All
doing
I
right.
it
mean,
for the right reason.
who knows where it
Do
could,
what?
well, obviously the right reasons for me. That's what the Catholic Church isn't going to like about it, but
She's doing it for the decor of the
literally,
cross,
no, but literally,
the
actually.
image.
Alex, that was hilarious. I want to be
No, I
done
understand.
and I want
I
to be in this
understand that.
dress. I've thought about the outfits. Oh my God, you guys are
Yes.
hilarious.
Just
All
want to
right,
make sure
let's
everything's
get
good.
to a
Hey,
listen
guys.
but don't judge. Let's
Okay, this will cheer everyone up.
okay.
Uh-oh.
What is it this time?
Have
I'm
I said this
terrified.
before? I pee in the shower. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. I,
I don't
I,
give a
I'm
shit.
done.
My kids do too.
I'm done.
That's why I will never shower at your
That's
house.
why
And
we
like,
can't shower at your house. Yeah.
oh yeah, totally, because it doesn't get washed down immediately by water.
It's,
Anyway,
but then the germs stay there.
Yeah, and you don't scrub your
oh, so the
cups.
germs that are coming off of your skin when you're showering,
But then
and
they get
all
on your feet, and then you go and you sleep in your bed, and then
Well, here's
there's
the thing.
pee
If
in
you
your
would scrub,
bed.
I
if you
thought
scrub the tub occasionally, then that's okay.
we
Yeah,
were
exactly. But you don't do that.
I thought we were judging. This sounds a lot like judgment. This sounds like judgment. I don't like that. I'm not going to be open and
Hey,
honest with
listen,
you.
we always judge. Like we judge each other. Like whenever we do this, even though we're not supposed to. But and that's fine. That's fine for you. I'm not judging for you, but that's why
You know what? I think a lot of people are going to be in the comments or texting me and be like, I pee in the shower too.
I'm sure people do. I just can't do it. And I will get out. I will dry myself, get
You know
out,
what?
and go
You
in
allow my
the
kids
bathroom.
to pee in your shower.
No, I don't. I don't
Yes,
know
I
you
you.
try to pee before I get in the
I
shower.
know, me too. So I don't have to.
So
Why would I?
clearly, mom is what she's saying is the kids pee in your shower. And so does Sarah pee in your shower.
That's why I scrub the tub, man.
I actually don't know if I've ever peed in mom's shower.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably have.
I don't know. Your husband probably does it too. He just doesn't tell you.
I don't want to
Me?
talk. I don't want to talk.
Oh, Paul. Paul
Does
definitely
he?
does it. I don't know. I've never asked him. Steve and I
A
have
lot
separate
of guys
bathrooms.
blow their nose in.
Oh, I blow my nose in the shower.
Oh,
That is
see. Oh my
disgusting.
God. I will never shower at your house. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. Oh my
Wait
God.
a minute.
I can't
The
stand
reason
it.
why I blow my nose, again, people will agree, you guys are crazy. The reason why I blow my nose in the shower is because of the steam and it gets my sinuses clear because I take scalding hot hell devil showers and it clears my
True.
sinuses so much that like it feels so good to blow my nose in the shower.
Oh, okay. I can't. I'm gonna get.
All right. I'm gonna keep living my life. And
And that's okay for you. I fully support your decisions to do
I'm gonna
those.
keep living my life. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
so
do. I totally support you. I just can't do it.
whatever with a twist. I don't care.
Okay.
Oh my God, so 90s. Do you remember that?
Double this. What was
Double, isn't it loser, loser,
loser
as
as
if,
if
As if,
whatever
oh my
with a
God, do you
twist.
remember that? Oh my God, you
Double
guys.
wrist, say goodbye, kiss this.
this. So 90s. So 90s of us. We still are there.
At least it's not 6 7.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for making me laugh. You both are have been a godsend, truly. And again, happy Mother's Day to everyone. Also, make sure you watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. It's, like I said, a little bit more fun when you can see our facial expressions and hand gestures. We won't be filming again for a couple of weeks because Alex is taking her honeymoon and decided to go to
Oh,
Europe.
whatever.
You
So
guys,
she's
I
going to
don't
be
trust
gone.
me. If it were my choice, we would be staying on my couch for the next week and a half. But my husband needs to travel,
Live.
otherwise he
I
loses.
know
Where
he's a
exactly are you
traveler.
going?
He's a traveler.
What?
Where exactly are you going?
We're going to Paris for 3 days, and then we're going to Italy. So like Sicily for a while, and then we'll go to Rome, and then we'll
I
fly
am
back.
so
You're going to love.
absolutely jealous of you. You have no
Love.
idea.
Yeah, you're going to love it
I'm
there.
green
Yeah.
with envy. You're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to eat a lot and drink wine. Like
Yep,
that's all I
you
want
have to
to do.
do. It's you will, honest to God, you won't want to come home. But then, as we watched on House Hunters while you were here, Europe has no good homes. They're all
No, they
teeny,
don't.
teeny, 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 tiny with
No.
no real amenities,
Well,
nothing.
that's why you have to buy like land and build your own.
Yeah.
I can't, they don't have closets in Europe. I literally would not survive.
Yeah,
I have too many
no.
clothes. Also, they
I
have
love
like
it to visit, but I would never. I honestly would not truly want to live there. But it's
no,
beautiful.
I
It
would.
is
no.
gorgeous. You'll love
They
it.
have a liquid travel, like they're very strict. I don't know how European women like travel. I
They
don't.
probably look at us though, and they're like, "Ew."
Yeah.
That's fine.
Probably like,
Why are you so made up?
I don't care. I'm like bigger is better sometimes, and I'm okay being an American in that sense.
I
Big
gotta go.
closet.
All right. I
Yeah.
love you all. I love you
Love
all
you.
out there. Thank you for watching, for listening, for your
Hey,
support, for your love.
yeah.
Are you done? Did you have
No, I
something?
was just gonna ask logistic things, but I realized we're still filming, so
Yeah, we're
Just
done.
let me
We're done.
stop it.
We're not gonna do that with we're not gonna make anybody else listen to. So anyway, love you all. Thank you so much. And I love you, Alexandra. Thank you for making
Happy
me
Mother's Day, you
mom.
too.
Thank you. And Sarah,
Yes, I
thank
made her
you
mom.
for
Just remember that, Sarah. That was
Sarah, you
me.
made me a grandmother. So there
uh,
you go.
a
Ooh,
little
okay.
earlier than expected, but you're welcome.
It was all good. It was all good. It was a beautiful thing.
So good. It was fine.
All good. We loved it. I love those kids. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I love them.